Hey everybody, I am Josh from 4C's Marketing, and today we're going to talk about having a strong online presence for your jewelry shop. So, what does that mean? And why is it so important right now to have a strong online presence? Well, not right now, but as each passing day, it actually gets more and more important because of all the online noise, because there's so many millions of websites that are out there. There is so much competition. There are so many social channels. There is so much noise online that if you don't stand out and don't have a strong online presence, you're going to get drowned out and your competition is going to take your clients. And nobody wants that, right? Nobody wants their clients that they deserve to go to somebody else, right? Especially when you're so good at what it is that you do. So, how do you have a strong online presence? What does that mean? It means having a good website. It means having all of your different social profiles built out and business directories built out properly. It means putting good content out on all your channels. So how do we accomplish this? Right? So first of all, the crux, the core, the focus of an online presence is your website, right? That is your online business, right? You have your physical one where people come in, and your website represents you. It represents that. So how do you put your best foot forward? Well, it needs to be structured properly. You need to guide the site visitor through a particular journey. Think about their thought process. Think about your thought process when you're starting to think about buying something, when you're researching something, right? It kind of needs to follow the same pattern, right? You can't just have we make awesome rings, contact us, right? It's kind of like, being on a dating site and having the first thing that people see is like, "Hi, my name's Josh. Let's get married." People are probably going to swipe left on you. But if you say, "Hey, we are, ABC jewelry shop and we make the best custom rings that there are. Here's some examples of those custom rings. And then here's some other people talking about the experience that they had with us. And then here are the materials that we use. We only use ethically sourced, sustainable materials." Um, and it goes on, right? But again, the structure needs to be in a certain way in order to make someone go from being interested to wanting to convert into a lead, into a client, right? So that's part of that. You want to talk about also on your website the main product categories that you sell. People need to know what you do when they first come to your homepage, right? Your homepage is there to showcase just the bits and pieces that people need to know, surface level, about you and what you do and the different things that you make. And then you link from your homepage to the various other things. So, as an example, if we're talking about custom rings, but also necklaces and bracelets, well, you don't want to completely describe how you do custom rings on your homepage. You want a blurb and a learn more or a click here or whatever it is that suits you to take people to that custom engagement ring or that custom ring page or that custom bracelet page that will then describe the entire process, show examples of your work, show testimonials from people that have gotten that from you before, and so on, that will focus on that particular thing. Okay. Also, you need to have your images. Speaking of showing people, your images need to show you and your store. Nobody wants to come to a website and see stock photos. The stock photos don't help anybody. Stock photos are like, well, we got this from another website. We took these pictures. They're not really ours. But everybody uses stock photos now. You want to be able to show people the work that you do, you interacting with other customers, as well as just what kind of like what's the vibe and overall, look and feel of your store. Show your visitors everything about you so that they want to connect with you, right? Because that's how you make the sale. You don't make the sale by telling someone how awesome you are. Hey, we're really good at this, and this. You make the sale by someone feeling comfortable with who you are. So be yourself, right? Just like dating. Be yourself. Don't lie about who you are so that you can get them. Because then if you find a customer that maybe doesn't really connect to you and doesn't really connect to the type of work that you do, then they might even leave you a bad review, right? So again, imagery as personal and as real as possible. No stock. What else? Let's see here. You need a strong blog. What does that mean? What is a strong blog? Well, strong blog is content that is constantly being posted. so that you can tell Google that your website is active, right? Because Google doesn't want doesn't Google's algorithm thinks that people that don't really mess with their website, don't care about their website, well, they shouldn't rank, because if they don't care about their website, that means that chances are someone going to that website is not really going to have a good user experience. And Google prides itself on users finding the best possible experience when they click through on a link in searches. So if they click through to your website and they have a great experience, you're probably going to outrank the person that doesn't really care. And part of that is a good blog, having updated content. And what kind of content should you have? You should have stuff about different trends. You should show about the work that you do, pictures, videos, write-ups, whatever, on particular blog posts. You should show case studies, like in terms of showing the process that a particular client went through, going from point A to point, from the first phase to, let's say, the fifth phase, which is the unveiling of the piece, right? Reveal day of the piece. So you would want to have a blog post about how this particular person came in looking for this type of ring. And so, you took all their ideas, you put them on paper, and then you turn it into a sketch, and then you turn it into a CAD, and then you turn it into a rendering, and then you turn it into an actual 3D printed wax piece that they could put on and see kind of like how it feels on them, whether they love it first sight, or they had other critique for you and other feedback for you, so that you could then go back and refine it before you turn it into the actual piece. Like showing that you know how to get that idea out of their head and turn it into a physical piece that will sit on their ears or on their finger or on that of their partner. That's how you're going to get someone to trust you. And it's showing Google that you're active. What else? Let's see here. Or you can edit out that what else. Let's see here. And let's start here. So another part of your website is making sure that it's SEO optimized, SEO, search engine optimization, that it's optimized for your keywords and location, meaning what are the pieces that you make? Do your pages say that keyword, again, if it was the custom engagement ring, does your custom engagement ring page say custom engagement ring enough times? Does it have other variations of that particular word? Maybe it's custom diamond engagement ring, right? There's a variation, or custom wedding ring. Those kinds of things. Like, you want to make sure that you're mentioning the keyword that you're focusing on, as well as other peripheral keywords, plus the location, right? So if you have 3 different locations, if you're in, let's say, Chicago and Milwaukee and St. Paul, you want to have pages. You don't want your Chicago page mentioning St. Paul. You want your Chicago page only talking about custom engagement rings in Chicago. So you'll have different pages for that. Is your website showing up for the right keywords in the right places? Another element of a strong online presence is your various profiles, your social profiles, your business profiles. Right? Do you have a properly built out and optimized Google Business profile? Do you have entries in business directories that are related to either your location or your industry? Obviously, our industry is jewelry. So are you in all the various, any possible places where people are putting their business for jewelry? And it doesn't just have to be for jewelry either. It can be any, like Yellow Pages, Yelp. Those are directories. Are you in all of those? Right? Are you on all the social platforms? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Instagram? Because we're a visual industry. So you have to be in places where you can show your work. Are you on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok? Do you have a YouTube channel showing, the process of you creating a certain piece? Like, the more platforms you're on and the more active you're on those different profiles and those different platforms, the stronger your online presence is going to be. Because having all of those things floating out there, all those channels floating out there, is just one more channel that someone can then make it back to your website. Okay. And then, speaking of those channels, do you have good content on all those channels? Obviously it's nice to put out, Happy 4th of July on your channel, but like, are you putting out pieces? Are you putting out posts about the various pieces that you make? Are you showing the process of you making those pieces? Again, happy 4th of July is nice, but it's not going to get someone to click and to come through to your website and buy earrings. But if you have pieces showing you making earrings or showing you in the process with a customer that came to you with a vision for custom earrings, and you took them through that entire process, and then you have a picture of, you have a picture of the CAD, you have a picture of the the final piece, you have a picture of them wearing their earrings that you created. That's what's going to get you customers. That's what's going to make you a strong online presence. So the more of that kind of thing you have, the more likely you are to get customers looking for what it is that you sell and what you specialize in. So I'm going to end it here. Thanks for watching. I hope that what I told you was helpful. If you have any questions, you can drop a comment, or you can come to our website, 4csmarketing.com, and you can book a coffee chat with me, and we can talk about whatever it is that's related to your business that you have a question with when it comes to marketing. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.